Toucan Play That Game is proudly sponsored by NiceGameShop.com, the place to go for rare and unusual Asian games. Hi, I'm Michael. Join Rogue and I as we travel through a world filled with ancient ruins, hidden treasures, and forgotten wonders in near and far. We're mostly done on the setup here. We've put out all the random tokens. I'm going to be the blue player and Rogue is going to be the red player. What we still need to do is drafting our artifacts. And our two advanced artifacts, we have the Cloak of Stars, which is worth 12 points, and you get +1 journey point at the game end for each mystic you have recruited. And mystics are the blue faction, which is what you need in order to get this, along with 6 money, 4 gems, and you need to have 6 reputation. The other option we have is the Unearthed Treaty, which is worth 8 points and will gain points for nomads, which are the yellow faction. So these are kind of just below the blue faction on difficulty to get, but the costs are a lot cheaper on this. 3 coins, 4 gems, and free bread. But let's see what we end up drafting before we decide which of these we're going to discard and which we're going to keep. So our first 5 cards here, we have the Meteor Pick, which will give skill, just takes 2 coins and 2 bread, and is only worth 3 points. We've got the Jade Flute, worth 7 points, gain 2 food when you visit the stables, 4 gems, 4 bread, and you need 4 reputation. The something hair rope, Shrieker hair rope, I think. Only worth 1 point, but you may reroll once your die once per quest, and it only costs 2, so that's a really useful ability. We've got a Sword of Gom, which just gives you an extra combat, and it's worth 6 points. Needs a yellow faction and 6 coins. Spyglass gives you 1 skill, 1 point for 2 coins. And then we're back to the Meteor Pick. So, I mean, if we were picking between these, I think I would sacrifice the 2 points to get the skill cheaper. But I think actually I'm going to go for the rope because I like that ability. And the 4 we get from Rogue, we've got for 7 points a Shadow Bracelet, which means you can visit occupied buildings in town without dueling. Takes 3 money, 2 gems, and a blue faction token though, so that's going to be potentially difficult to get. We've got the Gnarled Fiddle, which gain 1 heart when you end your movement at another player's camp. 3 points, 2 coins, and 1 gem cost there. Endless Elixir gives you a health. It's worth 6 points. Again, needs a blue faction, 2 gems, and free bread. We've got Cloud Boots, give you +1 movement. Gives you 5 points, costs 2 coins, 3 gems, and free bread. And we're back round to the Shadow Bracelet. I mean, none of these are going to be terribly easy to get, I don't think. Possibly the easiest is the Cloud Boots. But I'm not too worried about movement. I think I would rather... I don't know, I mean, that's a lot easier to get than that, though. And then it's 5 points. So we'll go for the Cloud Boots. And what has Rogue left us? The Pickaxe, the Flute, and the Sword of Gom. So she took the slightly cheaper skill, which is probably what I would have gone for. Get food for visiting the stables, but it's quite expensive to get, and you'd have had to have a lot of food first. So I think what I'm going to go for is the Pickaxe. Yeah, we'll go for the Pickaxe. And our final cards we've got to choose from. The Endless Elixir or the Gnarled Fiddle. Oh, actually, that means the shadow bracelet went, which needed a blue one. So if we take this, then Pixel's forced to take this, and she's then going to need 2 blue faction tokens, which is going to be difficult for her to do. So let's lumber her with that one, and we'll take the gnarled fiddle. And then what she's leaving us with is the jade flute. Okay, so another expensive one there. So we've then got to pick between these. Now, we don't have anything that needs either of these faction tokens, so we don't have to worry about it from that point of view. Points wise, there is a fair difference, but I just think this cloak of stars is just cooler and it's worth more points. So let's try and do that one. It is going to be harder to do, but we're going to go for it. So Rogue's our first player here, and the first thing she's going to do is complete this artifact here. So it costs her 2 coins and means she gains 1 food when she visits the saloon. And first thing she is actually going to do is visit the saloon. So she goes there, and then because of her Mystic's Brew here, she gains a food immediately. And her choice to recruit, she only has 1 gold, and she doesn't have any faction tokens yet. So the only thing she can afford is this blue guy here, so she's going to go for him. And the new one out is another blue one, but not as cheap this time. This one costs 3, but it does give you a lot of stuff and 2 health. So our first go, and I'd also like to go to the saloon. Luckily I can. This is the one place that can have multiple people, so we'll go there. We've only got 3 coins, so we could have the blue one that just came out, we could have this yellow one or this red one. They're kind of the options. Now, this one has skill and an eye, 2 health. So basically this, you pay an extra coin to have the sword above the red guy. And it's worth us keeping in mind, of course, that we do have this. So the Cloak of Stars means that the Mystics faction guys are going to be potentially worth points at the end. So that kind of leans me towards this. But then we do have this, which gives you absolutely everything, but less health. I think I'd rather the health. So I'm going to pay the 3 coins to get the Mystic. And the replacement is another Mystic, but very expensive at a cost of 5. Does give 2 swords and 4 hearts though. And then Rogue's going to hop along to the mine here, and she has skill of 2, but because she's the first one going here, she has to go to the underlined space. So she takes a camp off of her board and gets 1 coin. But she also uncovered a coin, so she gets a second one as well. So then it's my go. I'd quite like to visit the mine, but I don't fancy my chances dueling Rogue here. Although I have combat and she doesn't, it's only going to be a difference of 1, and it'll come down to the dice. So instead, I'm going to go to the farm. So my skill is currently 2, so I get 2 food. Rogue will come back over to the saloon, which, because of her brew here, means she gains a food, and she will pay 2 coins to recruit the red faction guy here. And the new one out, it's another red faction, again for 2 coins. This one has a shield on though. And now that the mine is free, I'm going to go there without having to worry about dueling. We already worked out that I had 2 on my skill, so I can go either there or there. So I'll go for the one that will get me the most stuff and go there. So I get a gem and a coin, plus an extra coin for uncovering that. And I could now complete an artifact. I've got what I need for one of these two, but I don't know. I think I'm going to hold on to the money for now, try and use the money to recruit more people before I go after these. We'll see if that makes sense, though. Rogue is going to go adventuring, and she has 5 health. So she is going to start by... I think she's going to push her luck. She's going to follow this path here. So that's 1, then 2 to here, which costs her a heart for going over this. And she's gone over a fret, which means she has to face this bandit here. So she needs 4 on her combat. She has no swords, but she does get a dice roll. And she gets 4. So she has successfully defeated the bandit, meaning she puts a camp on it. And that uncovers another coin. So she gains a coin. And she's out of movement, but she can now build a camp here for 3 health, which takes her down to 1 health remaining. And for building a camp here, because she has free search, she'll gain 3 coins. I'm then going to pop back to the saloon and buy this red guy for 2 coins. Rogue's out of health, so she's going to come back to town, visit the stables, paying a bread for a pack bird. I'm then going to visit the mine, and I still only have 2 skill, so I'm going to go here and get myself a gem and a coin. Rogue's then going to visit the Mystic's hut here, and she gets a letter of recommendation. You may pay 1 food to visit an occupied building without needing to duel. I think I'm then going to go to the stables and pick up a pack bird for a bread. Rogue's then going to go adventuring again, and she's going to have 6 health. It doesn't matter that she already had 1. It doesn't go up above 6, it just refills up to 6. And then she's also going to pay 2 coins to complete this artifact, which is going to give her another skill. And she's going to go 1, 2, passing over this space costs her health. And then she's going to do this quest here. So this is E, and we have: near the town of above, you come upon some townsfolk that have captured a skinny boy wearing animal furs. He's a savage! His kind burned our last village, says a fierce-eyed woman. I am not a savage, says the boy. We do what we must to survive, just as you do. How many gloggos have you robbed since you founded your village here? Rogue's options are Combat 6, fight the villagers to free the boy, or Skill 5, convince the townsfolk to let the boy go as a first step towards peace. So she is going to try and convince the villagers, so let's see what she gets. 5, which with her 4 skill is more than enough, so she does get the extra bonus for going above and beyond. They send the boy on his way. Be sure to tell your people what happened here, says the fierce-eyed woman grumpily. So she'll be getting free reputation and also a yellow faction token. And then she's also going to build a camp for free health, which will make a start on the trade route here. I'm then going to join Rogue Adventuring and go 1, 2, 3, which means I lose 1 health, and I had 6 health for going over this space here. But I also passed a treasure chest, which means I get to draw a treasure card. And I get the old shovel, which means when I build a camp I can pay 1 food to get either a gem or a coin. And I'm then going to place a camp for 3 hearts, and it's a coin space, so I'll get 3 coins as I have free search. Then of course, because of my old shovel, I can also trade in a bread for a coin, and I'm going to do that too. Rogue's then going back to town and visiting the saloon, and because of her brew she will get 1 food for that. She's then going to buy this yellow faction guy, and because she already has a faction token, it's only going to cost her 2 coins, not 3 coins. And then we get another green faction guy out. I'm then going to follow Rogue back to the saloon, and I'm going to pay 3 coins for the green guy that just came out, I think. Rogue's then going to go to the stables and pay a bread for a pack bird. And I think I need some food, so I'm going to go visit the farm. Rogue's then going to go adventuring again, and she's going to go 1, 2, and face a threat with strength 5. But she rolls a 6, so she is fine, that's more than enough. And she'll then carry on moving, so she has lost 1 heart for going over the empty space. But she can then go 3, 4 to this location where there's the quest, which will be another heart loss for another empty space first. And the quest is Quest P. And Quest P is: at a small village you meet an animal handler who claims he's tamed a giant snail. Care to ride the beast? He asks with a playful smile. He needs the exercise. Rogue's options are Skill 5, decline but barter for some small game, or Skill 7, ride the giant snail. Well, Rogue's going to go big or go home, and because she has a fair amount of skill already, and she's just rolling the dice, and she gets 2. Well, she has 5 skill, so that does mean she's succeeded. She can pay 2 health to go the extra mile. She'll pay the 2 health and go the extra mile. So the result of this is the snail, while giant in comparison to the common garden variety, is about the size of a sheep. As you attempt to approach, it lashes a gooey tentacle at you. After a few more stings from its slimy feelers, you climb aboard. The animal handler and his friends laugh heartily as the creature slips around its pen and you cradle your burning sores. But in reward you do gain 1 reputation, a green faction token, and a coin, plus an additional coin for going the extra mile. I'm then going to go adventuring too, and first I can rearrange my people so I have a full party. Okay, so I'm considering 2 artifacts, the rope so that I get a reroll, or the pickaxe for the skill, but I'm not too sure which one to go for. I think I'll go for the cheaper one, 2 coins for the rope. And my hearts should be at 8 for this adventure. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 for this quest here, which will cost me 2 health for these spaces. But I'm doing this because then maybe I can go get this other quest next time. And this quest is Quest H, which is: you enter a well-trodden cavern, a popular entrance to the lands of below. Descending a cracked staircase, you follow cries for help until you find a caged woman. "Please help," she says again and again. Her eyes dart about unnaturally, and there's an unnerving strain to her voice. When you examine the metal bars of the cage, you notice that they shudder occasionally, like the cage itself is alive. So my options are Skill 5, open the cage door and free the woman, or Combat 8, attack the cage. Well, this is a difficult choice because I don't have a lot of combat, but that really feels like the way to go. So I think I'm going to run the risk. I'm going to go for combat, which I only have 2 swords, so I'm going to need a 6, and oh yes, a 6. So I have succeeded. But do I want to pay the 2 health so I go 2 above and go the extra mile? Yeah, I think I do. I'm going to do that. So the result is: as you attack, the cage and the woman suddenly disappear into a cloud of spores. What you thought were stalactites in the ceiling are actually teeth. You are standing in the mouth of a giant cave creature. You cut your way free and collapse the entrance, warning others when you return to Fawn. So the rewards for this are a green faction token, 2 coins, and 2 reputation. And then let's see, this is a coin space, so I'll spend the 3 hearts to place a camp and get myself 4 coins. And because of my shovel, I can spend a bread and get an additional coin as well, so I'll do that. Rogue's then going to return to town, and she's going to go to the stable and get another pack bird for a bread. I'm then going to continue on my adventure, going 1, 2, costing me 1 health, and then doing this quest here, which is N, and that is rusted iron rails lead you to the mouth of a massive cavern. Its entrance is propped wide with iron and wood, but the shaft has collapsed and is now filled with rubble. As you get a closer look, your foot smashes open a small rock, and a high crystalline musical note hangs in the air for a long moment. You have heard tales of ancient song stones. This abandoned mine must be full of these fabled treasures. So my options are skill 6 to sift through the rubble to find any remaining precious singing stones on the surface, or skill 8 to dig through the rubble to find a way into the ancient mine itself. And I'm going to be a bit greedy here because, well, that I want to be. So I'm going to go for the skill 8 option, digging through. So rolling the dice, and I get a 1. Okay, well, I'll use my rope to re-roll it, and we get 6. That's much better. Okay, so that is enough. I've succeeded. You shove aside as many large stones as you can and squeeze your way in. Crawling slowly, you create a merry little tune in the dark as you smash song-filled pebbles with your body. But when you reach the main mining tunnels and can stand again, your torches show nothing apart from gears and scraps of metal. It seems that the uncollapsed part of the mine has been picked clean of full-sized song stones, but the miners left some of their provisions behind. So you gain a blue faction token, a food, and a coin. Rogue's then going adventuring again, and she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to above here, and she needs to pay 1 health for skipping over this one empty space. The others she doesn't have to worry about because they have camps in. And here the quest is quest D. So you visit the town of above, a pleasant place with beds and cider to spare. At the local inn sits a blue cat, a mechanical man, and a mare with a huge moustache.
"Traveller, perhaps you could help us," says the mayor. "Now that we have become so prosperous, there's a growing movement to build an army and exact revenge upon the barbarians that burned our last village and drove us here. Would you convince them to forget the past and move on?"
Rogue's options are skill 7, convince the townsfolk to forgive and forget, or skill 4, help the townsfolk plan their attack on the barbarians. Now, she has quite a lot of skill, so she is going to go for the skill 7 option. And rolling the dice, she gets a 4. So that is enough, and she will get as her reward, you continue on your journey, satisfied that the town will remain a pleasant place with beds and cider to spare, plus 3 reputation, a red faction, and 2 food. I'm going to return to town and visit the mine. And I now have skill 3, so I'm going to go here, I think, and get, do I want to go there? Yeah, I'll go there, and get 2 coins. Rogue's then going to continue her adventures, going 1, 2, which passes over a threat, so she's going to have to face that, which is a 6. Now she does have 1 combat, she's got 1 sword. Oh, and she rolled a 6, so that was very lucky. So she puts her camp out on that. So she's moved 2 so far, then she's going to go 3 down to below, which skipped over this, so she needs to pay 1 health. She's going to do another quest, this time O. As you sit down to enjoy a meal at your favourite cave tavern, a young woman runs in, screaming for help. "Glogos have taken my boat and my son to sleep on board." Skill 5, ignore the woman and finish your meal. Skill 7, help the woman retrieve her boat. Well, she's always going to go for the hardest one with Rogue because she's already got a base of 5. So she rolls a 6, so she easily does it. So you rush to help the woman, following her out into the caves. A boat is sailing away across the underground river, but it isn't far from the dock and you are able to jump aboard.
Instead of a helpless boy kidnapped by Glogos, you are surprised to find a pair of rugged thieves. They take what they can and dump you back in the river. Oh, okay. So, you gain +2 reputation. She was already on 7, so she's now on 9. A yellow faction token. Lose a coin, which unfortunately she does have one to lose. And gain 2 hearts, because apparently being beaten up helps you. Sensible thing for her to now do is spend 3 hearts, taking her to 3, to place a camp, which reveals a gem, so she gets a gem, and it was gem space, and she has 4 search, so she gets another 4 gems. Well, there's just one quest left to be had, so I think I'm going to have to rush and get that while I still can. So I'm going to go adventuring. I have 8 health. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, which is exactly my movement. I can ignore the threat here because I have a shield on one of my characters. I do pay 2 health though for bypassing, taking me down to 6. And it's Quest M. You hear crashing noises and screaming ahead. As you near their source, you see dozens of panicked lizard folk fleeing from their cliff-top mining village, accompanied by a loud tick, 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 tick noise chasing after them. Its source appears to be an enormous rusted robot, which drops the hut it has in one monstrous hand and glares down at you with piercing red eyes. The tick, 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 tick grows louder as it moves towards you, feet and fists smashing the ground. Just before it pummels you with violent fury, the tick, tick, tick stops, and the robot ceases in mid-stride as if frozen. You hear echoing curses and banging noises from somewhere inside the machine, followed by a shrill, "Aha! That's it!" The tick, 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 tick starts again, faster this time, and the colossal robot once again descends on you, ready to strike. Your only options, it seems, are to run for the cliff or escape to the nearby mining quarry. Skill 4. Run for the cliff edge and try not to fall off. Skill 6. Run for the quarry. Okay. Well, what is my skill? I have skill 3. So a 6 doesn't seem undoable. I mean, there's only 2 difference in it, so let's go for the skill 6. And a 5, so that's 8 in total, which is enough for the bonus. So I run for the quarry. The lumbering, ticking robot pounds after you, and you hear deranged cackling from the operator inside. Your feet begin to slip as you reach the sandy entrance to the quarry. As the robot pursues you, its feet slip too, and as it stirs up sand and gravel, its gears begin to grind. You are able to jump out of the way just as the mighty robot seizes up, its gears paralysed. It loses balance, falls over, and its ticking ceases. Dozens of angry lizard folk villagers return and surround the robot, carrying away the cursing creature hiding inside it. It's a rabbit! Some strange rabbit lizard folk feud is apparently at work here. You gain a blue faction token and a gem. And I haven't used any health. I guess I might as well. Do I need gems for stuff? Yeah, I need quite a lot of gems for stuff, for my artifacts. So I might as well build a camp here, which I have 4 eyes, so that'll give me 4 gems. And when building a camp, I can use a food to gain a gem or a coin. Let's gain another gem. Then, even though there's no more quests to be had, Rogue's going to continue adventuring. And she's just going to move the 1 and then build a camp. So this is going to get her... She's got search of 4, so 4 coins. And I'm then going to do pretty much the exact same thing and camp there. I uncover a gem, so I get a gem. I get 4 coins for my force search, and I can also, because of my shovel, spend a bread to get another coin. Rogue returns to town and visits the farm. She's got 5 skill, so she'll get 5 food. And she's going to complete an artifact costing 5 coins. She has 3 gems and 3 food for her iron crawler there, which gives her an extra health and an extra combat. And she shouldn't have any health. I'm going to return to town and visit the mine, placing a camp. Do I want 2 gems or no? We'll go for 2 money. Rogue is going to go here and pick up a sleeping potion. You may ignore 1 threat per turn. If you do, gain 1 food. I'm going to go adventuring again. So 8 health. I'm just going to move the 1 to there, spend 3 health to camp. And I don't have any food to take advantage of my shovel, but I will gain 4 gems. And of course I get to put her. And Rogue's going to follow me adventuring. And she has 6 health. She's going to move 1 to here and then spend 3 hearts to place a camp, which is going to get her 4 coins. Carrying on my adventure, going down here, spending 3 hearts to place a camp and get 4 coins. Rogue's also going to carry on adventuring, but she's going to go 1, 2 to there, and then camp. Placing out another camp and getting her 4 more coins. I'm going to return to town, visiting the saloon. I have 3 blue faction tokens, so I'm going to spend 2 coins to get this other blue guy, which then takes me to 4 blue faction tokens, getting me the Mystics Chief. And our new one out. It's another Mystics one with a cost of 1. Rogue's turn, and she is returning to town, and she's going to try and duel the robot here for the town hall. So, her roll is a 6, and she has 2 combat, and I should have said she is fighting honourably. The robot gets 5, not enough, so she gains 1 rep for fighting honourably and can do the action here. And what she's going to do is trade goods to get enough for a blue faction token, so she can trade up to 5. So I think she's gonna go 3 food and 2 coins for a blue faction token, and she's then gonna complete this artifact. So blue faction token, 3 coins and 2 gems. So she now doesn't have to duel to go where other people are. And I'm then going to go to the farm and get, 3 food. Rogue is going to go to the Mystic's hut, and she gets a bounty contract, +4 or +2 points if you have the most or second most threat cards at the end of the game. So nice, just simple points for her there, because she has the most currently. I'm going to go back to the saloon. I already have 2 green faction, so it's only going to cost me 1 to get this other green faction guy. A new one out is another green faction. Rogue's going to go adventuring, and she has 7 health. She's just going to move 1 there,
pay 3 to place a camp, which gets her a gem because she's uncovered one, and gets her 4 money. My go, and I want some more food, so I'm going to go there and get 3 more food. Rogue's then going to carry on adventuring. She has 6 movement. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, which costs her 1 for skipping over this, and she'll pay 3 to build a camp where she is. I'm going to go back to the saloon. I now have 3 green tokens, so I'm going to get this one for free, which is then my 4th, which will give me the green chief as well. And we get a new one out, which is a blue. Rogue is going to do another artifact, this one costing yellow faction token and 6 money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that gives her another combat. And she's then going to hop over to the farm, getting her 5 food. And then I'm going to jump next door, but unfortunately Mr. Tin Man's here, so I'm going to have to duel him. But I do have 2 swords. I'm still going to do it honourably though. So let's see if I manage this. So his result is a 3, so pretty much guaranteed, unless I roll a 1. That was the one result that wouldn't guarantee. But I have 2 health, so I can spend health to make my result a 2 plus my 2 combat is 4, which beats the 3. So I can still do it. So here I can do some trading. So let's trade a blue token. And what do I want for that blue token? I would like 3 food, so I can have 2 other things. I've still got 4 value left, so I guess I'll have 2 money. I can then discard an artifact. I don't want to do that. I can also buy some reputation. So let's see. I'm going to pay 3 coins to go up 3, taking my reputation to 6. And I'm not done there, because I want to buy some artifacts. So 2 bread, 2 money. So that's that one done. 1 gem, 2 money. Is that one done? 2 money, 3 gems, and 3 food. And that's that one done. Then we got 4 gems, 4 food, and a reputation of at least 4, and I have 6. So another one done, which leaves just this one. Blue faction token, 6 money, 4 gems, and a reputation of at least 6, which I have. So that's all the artifacts now done. Then over here at the mine, Rogue is going to place a camp. She's going to place it here to get her 2 gems. I'm then going to go adventuring, and I think I'm going to adjust my party. So we'll swap him for him. Could do with a different option on red, really.
Swap those two, that'd get me more movement, but yeah, we'll go with that. So that's 10, and we're going to go 1. No. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 with our free movement. So we jump over a fret. So the current fret is a 7. We have free combat. So let's see how we do. We needed a 4 and we got a 4. So we place a tent, which gets us a gem. We have another point of movement, so we could move again. And I think we will move one more to there. Or no, let's go one more to there. So we'll take on another threat, and we cost health for skipping over this space. So we now need 5 or more. Oh, and we rolled a 6. Excellent, just what we needed. But we're out of movement, so that's our turn done. Rogue's then going to visit the town hall, and she doesn't have to duel because of her... what was it? It was this. The shadow bracelet. Means that she doesn't have to duel, so she's not going to take the risk. She's then going to do a trade, and what she wants to get is 7 for a blue faction token. And so she will trade free food, a coin, and a gem, which is 5 things, totaling 7. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And she could do the other bits here, but she doesn't actually want to or have the things to do them. So that's almost her done. The final thing she wants to do is actually just purchase this artifact using the blue she just got, 2 gems, and free food. So we've both bought all of our artifacts. And it's back to me, and I'm going to be trying to do lots of threats. So we're going to go 1 movement, and I have a total of 4 movement. I need to beat a 9, and I have 3 swords. So let's see how we get on. I need a 6, but I can boost it with health. Okay, I got a 5, so it'll cost me 1 health to boost that, so that I win. And that places another one of my camps. I've only got 1 camp left. I'm then going to use a second move to go back here. And this time I need 6. I've still got 8 health, so I'm not too worried. I rolled a 2. I needed more than 6. I needed 7. Because I've got 3 combat, so that's 5. So I need to spend 5 hearts. Takes me down to 3 hearts remaining. Okay, now I'm a little worried. But that is my final tent, which makes this the final round. And I don't know, I mean, I guess no, I can't possibly beat this, I don't think. Unless I rolled a 6, I can't possibly beat that threat. But do I have the movement? I've gone 1, 2... I've only done 2 movement, so I do have movement left. Got 2 movement left. So I might as well go 1 more to there. Oh, and you know what I've not done? I didn't pay the heart when I moved to there. So I've only got 2 hearts left. So I need a 6 on the dice to manage this. Oh, 5, which my free base is 8. 2 hearts only takes me to 10. So I failed to beat the Bezian Beast, which is a shame. But that's then the end of the game, because I was last in player order, so that's the end of the round and the end of the game. So let's talk journey points then. Well, I got rid of all my camps. So that's 14 points. I've got the bonus 2 there, so that's 16. 17, 18, 2 more, 20. Don't get those. 30 for the Chiefs here. Then we've got 42, 49, 50, 56, 71. Then Frets here. We've got another 10, so that's 81. Then what else is there? This was giving us a journey point at the game end for each Mystic, which we've got 2 of. So that was 81, 83. And I don't have any trade routes, that just leaves the reputation here. So 86 for me. Then as we start rogues, she's got 5 for her reputation. Another 9 for the Peppers trade route, so that takes her to 14. Then 13 for her camps that are out, so that's 27. Then Frets, she's got another 5, so that's 32. Then she gets 2 points for her bounty contract because she had the second most. So that's 34, 35, 36, 37. She's got 5 points for that, so 42. 50, 51, 53, 60, 66, 72. And any other bonus points? Doesn't look like it. So 72 to 86, so I win. And that is Near and Far by Red Raven Games. I do hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you have, please give it a like, a share, and check out the rest of the videos on the channel as well. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.